Hello.
Do we have any fun expectations for the match this morning? Any good predictions for both of these teams?
So, based on where they qualified, I would say this is going to be closer than anyone thinks it'll be. I'd say definitely look out for Singapore to pull some things from nowhere, seemingly. Was a captain the 2 times he turned up to the World Cup. And in fact led them to 5th and 6th in 2018, so coming back to the team is a nice GSBlank returns for the 7th year, the most experienced player in the lobby.
Let's see if he can bring that experience to the table here today as we wait to get into our first map here. We saw a lot of the new players in the previous match with Sweden versus Indonesia, some of the shakes from the new incoming players. But as we jump into our first free mod here to start off the match, with a couple of fun client issues here. We'll wait to get everyone all loaded in. Expected mods on both of these teams here. Varvalian from GSBlank running with the Hard Rock megumic and Dectopia on the hidden. So a lot of the returning players running with the mods today. Not much new for both sides here. Delis with some early accuracy drops on the no mod, hopefully recovering from that later on in the map. Not too much to break on at these beginning sections. It's pretty straightforward here before we get into the Ki here, when we're just sitting in the chorus a little bit, just waiting to get into the next choke point here. Definitely a decent bit more difficult with Hard Rock for most of these players, I guess would probably agree, than with the hidden. But megumic does find a bit of a miss-aim along with LanJay. So there's Singapore, 2 combos down already. LanJay and GSBlank, there's 3 combos now on the side of Singapore. Japan's consistency on the early parts of this map, you're really bringing them through. The accuracy looking pretty good for them. Demonical, the only combo left on Singapore with the no mod. Does drop a little bit of accuracy, but he's holding strong. Unfortunately, when you're going up against 4 Japanese player FCs right now, there's not much that you can do to help your team out of the hole that it's unfortunately slowly getting dragged into right now. The combo is crawling over to the side of Japan. 500,000, 600,000, and increasing now. Slow section here for the quarter way left mark here. We're gonna...
This is a really impressive performance by them. Almost expected that Dectopia takes hidden. He almost never plays without hidden. Same for Varvalian with their Hard Rock carries. Kind of shows the strength of their team on multiple mod combinations. Free mod might be their mod in this World Cup. They have a lot of coverage.
Yeah, they're just so comfortable on a lot of different areas, and they have a lot of malleable players as well that can change their play. Big jumps at the ending here, no big breaks. And there it is, a 4-way FC from Team Japan to start us off. That is a very, very good performance on a free mod. 3.9 million on the score.
And now that's a statement.
That
says we're here to play.
We're
not messing around.
We're here to roll. This is a good start for Team Japan here. That's a qualifiers level score right there. That is very impressive from them. So Singapore's going to have a pretty big response in the later parts of this match here to keep up with that. So good start. DT2 immediately from Singapore, so they're going to opt in for the speed today.
Was interestingly one of the maps that they beat Japan's score on in qualifiers.
Yeah, I wonder if Japan is probably just going to ban out all the maps that I think have some decent choke points in them. There are a couple picks at the beginning rounds here, especially with Time Machine, that leave a little bit of room for mix-ups.
I suppose that could be the reason they banned that, because historically Singapore is quite a consistent no mod team.
Good for them to start this off. Singapore going to be relying on the speed here, and EIGER at the beginning of the DT is going to shake off that first burst. Decently fast map we'll round up to 248 BPM here, but a solid amount of length as well, almost 3 minutes long. And right now it's going to come down to these early accuracy drops for Singapore. We have Lockon below 90%.
Ooh, he misses again.
Yeah, this is, you know, I guess it's a battle. You have Lockon, who is a decent amount of score below everyone else. He's actually even below EIGER, who is almost 200 combo down on the rest of the lobby just because of accuracy alone. So, a good start for Singapore on their own pick. Yeah, EIGER really just can't play this right now, unfortunately. So, Team Japan rolling with the 3.
Is this nerves? I seem very shaky. Oh, rollpan drops as well.
Yeah, rollpan actually looked like he shook quite a bit more on that stream there as well. So it could be a mix of the nerves. It could just be the uncomfortability with these fast bursts here, because rollpan doesn't seem to be shaking on a lot of the aim patterns, but those big bursts, he definitely, you know, you catch a lot of shakes on the cursor, which means he's putting a lot of focus into the tapping there. Lockon is the first break for Singapore, though, so there is the lowest accuracy player gone, which is big for Singapore because that low accuracy is going to mean a large score drop for him. 2 FCs to recover from now. Lockon gonna find another break. It's 2 FCs to the 3 right now. Japan is rolling with some really, really good accuracy on their 2 FC players right now. 99.87 on Varvalian and 99.5 on Delis right now. There's not really anyone, but Varvalian finds free. Singapore.
As soon as you mentioned him.
I had to say something about it. Varvalian, the highest accuracy player, now dropping the FC. It is just Delis for Japan going up against 3 Singapore FCs. The accuracy can do nothing about this right now. LanJay and Demonical with very respectable accuracy. megumic almost making it back up into that 98% now on these bursts. And there goes EIGER again. It is all but lost for Japan on Singapore's pick here. So even though Japan looked very strong on that first pick here, Singapore certainly showing up for this. Delis.
Oh, there goes Delis.
The cursor is just, it's wobbling a lot here. A lot of shakes on Japan here. The DT comfortability at this BPM is just not there for them right now, which I get, it might be pretty understandable. It's pretty late for them. It's what, 11:15 p.m. It's 10 something for Singapore, so a late match for both of these teams here.
I would wager they're used to playing matches at this time.
Yeah,
I think it's just it's World Cup time again. It's that time of year. Nerves are gonna hit hard. It's the biggest stage. It's the tournament. You know?
Yeah, you know, you come out for this every year. You have your seasoned players, and you hit a tournament of this level like OWC, and you know, no matter how many times you play it, there's always that little sense of nervousness, especially when you're playing a team like Singapore. This is not an easy first round matchup for Japan. Singapore is a very good team with some early consistency and some good players coming out here that are going to give them some trouble. So this is by no means a free match for either team here, which is, you know, I think what a lot of teams want in round of 32. They want to be able to take it easy, maybe test the waters with some picks, maybe put in a couple of the new players just to see what's happening this year. But you know, Japan and Singapore really not having that opportunity this year. So I guess it's better that they have seasoned lineups.
The closer in seeding the teams are, the harder you have to play, really, in these matches. It's going to be relatively... Well, you would expect it to be relatively simple if you're the first seed playing against the 32nd seed, right? But the way the teams are shaped up this year, everyone is incredibly balanced on lower difficulty. And the difference in qualifiers, it was large, but of course it's qualifiers. It's the first outing. If you're testing rosters, you're seeing who's playing what and why and when. And I do want to shout out the accuracy from Varvalian. There was 4 100s, so he's still there. I think that would have been almost 1.2 million score. We're waiting on Japan's pick. It comes out, it is sick. Exclamation mark difficulty. We're waiting on a player for Japan. Oh no, we're not.
Oh no,
Hyphens in the room.
Hidden. It's just hidden.
That's gonna be a running occurrence. Every match Japan's in, we're gonna completely miss the fact that there's hyphen
Oh, it's the background color. It really is the Halloween backgrounds that kind of blends in there. That made it hard to see, but he is here. Japan
That's quite
fielding
funny.
the 4. That is, yeah. Well, the
3v4?
line.
Where's their fourth player?
Japan is 3v4ing, but has a 4 million team score. What's happening? Japan with their 4 dash dectopia A blue and Varvalian versus Kitty, Rtyzen, Demonical, and LanJay. We've traditionally.
I'll field the opinion that this is more of an accuracy test than it is a tech map. The slider streams here, if you tap too late, if you tap after the end of the slider, you slider break. So you have to tap within the slider window. Demonical with a big drop there. As well as LanJay.
Very early breaks for Singapore. We saw very similar on Japan's first pick of that pre-mod where I guess both of these teams just not able to play each other's picks. There goes our Rtyzen as well, so we're already seeing something similar. Singapore down to 1 FC now, and it's the slider streams that are catching them. Really hard. You catch the one break and there's nothing you can do about it, and the accuracy suffers as a result of it as well, with the score V2 hitting an early or a late tap on those sliders means you drop 100 right at the end of it, which leads to a decent amount of accuracy drops you see on all the players in Kitty. The 1/3. The 1/3 at the end, and it catches Varvalian. Sitting comfortable on the accuracy right now. I'd like to make note of a very impressive play we saw in this the other day. I think it was in the Canada match. Yummy in My Tummy had 2 X100s on this, so this is, as you mentioned, definitely an accuracy map. But you know, on that note, I was gonna make a note of Varvalian's accuracy leading into that, but my point is now invalid. But Dash looking pretty good on the act now, 99.77 and climbing dectopia as well. I can make a note of him at the beginning of this map. He is a player to look out for on a map like this.
You know, you were saying about 4 million team score.
Yeah, that's Japan with their second.
That's
four-way FC.
4 ways.
Okay, Japan.
I don't think any other team has had 2 4-ways in their match. I think there have been 4-ways once, maybe, but that's 2 now. That's very impressive. They know what they're good at. Definitely playing to their strengths right now. DT1 straight away by Singapore.
Some people have to work for quite a while at the community tournaments to be selected, and especially in the more competitive countries, it becomes very big to have some experience in tournaments, and Japan being one of those countries. Into DT2, the highest AR DT we've seen thus far in this match. We saw DT1. It was also higher BPM, but very different and less focused on the burst, more on the aim here. And that 10.2 really makes it more difficult to read these jumps. LanJay and Lockon having a little bit of trouble at the beginning with the aim. Japan is a team to be scared of at this AR.
It's really throwing me off that Delis has actually reverted back to Delis.
Yeah, I'm not used to not having the Shiroha my mommy on the screen. But the name revert for OWC, I guess to be expected for him. But
he didn't do it last year.
He didn't, yeah, that's true, but maybe he's tired of it. Maybe the year break and it's time to come back. Chankoma on the accuracy right now, a very strong back to Varvalian 99.45 now, beating all the accuracies on Singapore. Demonical, the only one that's really keeping up right now. megumic on the 99%, so right behind Demonical, and LanJay with a respectable accuracy going against A blue right now. So they kind of matched up player for player, except for Lockon, who's a decent combo down. LanJay had that very early break. There's only about 50 combo behind, but Demonical with that accuracy as well. Half the score, or less than half the score, of everybody else in the lobby. Really not having as good of a time on this map as Singapore maybe wanted. It's going up against Japan right now. There goes 3 breaks. Chankoma, Lockon, and Demonical all breaking. But unfortunately for Singapore, that's 2 breaks on their side, on their pick. And Japan still looking confident with Varvalian, A-Blue, and Delis right here. This is A-Blue's first appearance in OWC, and he's really showing where he shines on the speed. Ooh, the slider break. I think it was the slider break. I heard the squeak there come out.
He goes
from
again.
that.
That's 2 FCs to 1 and almost 1.
Yeah, this is Japan just running with it right now. Certainly not the 4-way FC we've seen from them on some of their other picks here, but a good performance overall. 2 FCs on this map is still pretty good. And A-Blue with a really good first showing, outscoring Varvalian right now, finally dropping 100 down below 99. And megumic accuracy now the highest in the lobby for FCs. Currently, LanJay really close to that FC, but not enough time to make the score lead come back. Japan's going to take it into the ending for a 3-1 lead. Can't do much about that there. That's a 240, give or take, 1,000 score lead for Japan there.
If that map was longer, it definitely would have gone back to Singapore. You saw 500 combos in Demonical and Lockon, but just wasn't quite long enough. It was the early combos from Delis and chankoma.
Yeah, those breaks, and combined with some of Singapore's middle level breaks, but megumic really trying to pull that through, along with LanJay recovering from that very early miss. And A-Blue and Varvalian holding strong on the DT as no visible flaws in either put up by these teams.
We haven't mentioned Demonical much yet, but he's definitely a very high-tier tournament player in his own right.
He's been playing very well today as well, putting up some of the highest scores for Singapore. Just barely shadowed. I think Demonical is making a very big statement here, although may not be the highest scoring player all the time for Singapore, has been in for every single map and has either second scored or top scored for the team. So it's just that overall ability to play everything is very important for them right now. But a lot of axe drops at the beginning here, so Singapore's gonna have an early lead.
Definitely a tough map to act at the start. There's a lot of timing points. It's really weird. Oh, Delis, though, the first to drop for Japan. So no 4-way FC on this one for them.
Ooh, Delis finds a miss on that slow part there. Kind of just grazed over that single tap there before the slider. Hopefully not going to see too many of those later on in the map. We're already a quarter of the way in. A decently long map, though. In 4 minutes, there is so much time. There goes GSBlank to trade that miss. 3 to 3 FCs right now. Kind of mirroring in the spots, so that far left and far right spot with the combo drops. But Delis is going to be able to make a little bit of a recovery here. He's going to need to, with GSBlank's accuracy being almost a full 1.5% higher than his. Accuracy in the favor of Singapore right now is what's holding them in this score lead. Demonical, LanJay, and Loslite all above 99%. EIGER and A-Blue falling below. Varvalian looking strong as you like. And there we go. Okay, it's Singapore with a full combo reset, except for Loslite. That was a big jump section there for them. And a big choke point, apparently. So there is Japan's lead, and there goes Loslite. So there is the full combo reset for Singapore. Japan definitely showing that they're confident on the no mod one here, but Singapore running a couple unlucky breaks, but I guess that's what you do see on no mod one. Very surprising to see that they all dropped at that one choke point there. So Japan gonna run away with this here. Delis had that early break, but he's holding strong now.
With this being score for 2 and them all missing just before halfway, that's going to cap all of their scores to about 650k team-wide. So their maximum score is going to be around about 2,600 or 2.6 million.
Already. And you see the score lead at the bottom of the screen, that bar just creeping over to Japan very steadily as well. That is showing no signs of slowing down. Japan
and
all around.
As soon as they get over 2.4 million or so, it's going to be it. That's going to call it.
Yeah,
that's how detrimental missing in the middle of a map like this is.
It's going strong too. If Japan continues with these 3 FCs as well, they have about 1 million potential score left as well. A lot to go, and there it is, 2.5 million.
We can essentially call it here. That's the map done. And to bring back an interesting phrase from past World Cups that isn't relevant anymore, barring any fails, well, you can't fail.
Yeah, unfortunately, no fun fails anymore. It's always interesting to see who held into the
Yeah, was it?
I don't know. It was kind of cool to see like the big jump sections at the ending if someone no locks at the ending, but. A good performance from Japan into the finish here. EIGER and Varvalian on the FCs. A-Blue did drop in the ending, but...
You can definitely see the effects of the misses directly in the middle. All one miss. LanJay with 100, Demonical 7, Loslite 7, but all capped between 650 and 670k. GSBlank found an extra miss on his part, but again, it would have only been another, say, 150k for him.
Yeah, not too much to make up there. LanJay with 1x100, 1 miss, the lowest 100 count in the lobby by 4 below Varvalian. That was a very good play from him, unfortunately missing that jump section along with the rest of it.
And I think I looked at it and it's only about 20k difference. Yeah, 21k. And they are very scary to pretty much every team in this tournament right now with 2 4-way FCs.
That is the best performance we've seen from a team thus far in the tournament with those 2 4-ways. And we have yet to see another match where a team performs to that level immediately following. But we do have a lot more matches this weekend, so there is some potential with a lot of good teams left to play that we will see some very strong performances. But right now, Japan definitely taking it for best overall team performance of the weekend. Still early into DT3. This is Singapore's last chance on their own pick to get a point on the board right here before Japan has their last potential pick. It's match point Japan, accuracy lead very early and combo now with LanJay finding a break. He's got high accuracy though, but there goes GSBlank. His 2 FCs gone already for Singapore, not going the way that they want it to. Japan just looking so strong here. Varvalian, Delis on the act with rollpan now hitting 99%. Dectopia, the only one struggling just a little bit on these bursts here. But Japan didn't look very good on the bursts on the original DT2, but they're definitely comfortable on DT3 here. megumic, LanJay, Dectopia, and Delis all finding breaks. Ooh, there goes Delis.
Delis finds another one to follow up, and it's 2 combos to 1 plus GSBlank. Singapore is still in this.
They're waiting, and this map is still ready for the taking for both of these teams here. There's so much time for this to go back, but it's slowly going to whittle down now as we approach only a quarter of the map left.
Everyone hits quite possibly the hardest double to hit in that map.
Lots of big combos and the good accuracy on Team Japan as well, really putting them up here. megumic finding a big break there and a lot of big breaks for Team Singapore. That's going to be a big loss, and there goes Demonical. The only FC left on Singapore. That is 2 FCs for Japan and none on Singapore. This is going to go very quickly in the favor of Japan now as they approach the ending of the map. And Japan is going to bring this match home 5-1 against Singapore. To the final
Congratulations.
burst. Great play from them. Japan so strong in this match. The team performance. Was there a single map they had below 3 million team score on?
I don't think so.
I was good.
I'd have to look that up, but I don't think so. I think that was a masterclass even of consistency there. No, indeed, red team I don't think dropped below 3 million. 3.1 million was their lowest score, and that was on DT1. Darkish. Very, very well played by them, and I do question Singapore picking that because notably we've got Varvalian, we got Dectopia, Rollpan. I mean, Rollpan, I'm very happy to see him back because he was one of the most consistent players in Japan for a while, one of the highest tier tournament players they have, so it's a great name to see. Very well played by both teams. Very well